Hello, hello everyone. It's me again, MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back with this time an interview with BryBull. This guy is a great TA and an analyst, and he's wanting to do an interview for a long time. So I thought, let's get to it. Let's do it. So today we're going to talk about himself, and we're going to look at the Atlas and Polis TA technical analysis on the charts to see what we can see. So BryBull, I think I'll hand it over to you. Can you give us an introduction about yourself, please?
Yeah, so I have been trading for almost 7 years, 3 years in the stock market. The first year I focused completely on education, which I would advise others to do the same, not just jump into trading because that's how you get wrecked.
Yep.
So I spent the first year completely on education, 3 years in the stock market and the Forex market. And then when I found crypto, I've been full crypto ever since.
Nice.
I'm not in the stock market. I don't even have a stock market portfolio, fully crypto.
How come?
And
Can
yeah,
I just
so
ask there? How come you moved 100% to crypto? Most people would say, it's sensible to have some real estate, some stocks, and then some crypto, but you've gone all crypto.
well, yeah, I'm a TA guy, so my main focus is on the charts and trading, and the volatility in crypto is way higher than the
Yeah,
stock market.
yeah.
So the returns are just astronomical compared to the
Normal
stock
stock
market.
market. Yeah.
So there was really no reason for me to stay in the stock market, plus I really liked the vision of crypto and Bitcoin and stuff like that. So, and I really like the innovation, just it's the future, to me. And
Cool.
so that's pretty much why I went full crypto and been there ever since.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. No problems. So you've been doing it for about 7 years now. What's it been like the last 2 years in the last downturn? Have you been able to be profitable in the bear market that we are right now in?
Oh yeah, yeah. Very profitable. It's actually easier to be profitable in a bear market if you trade because the price action takes the stairs up and it takes the elevator down.
Right.
So if you catch these moves at the top, you can short them,
Sort of all the way down.
put on some leverage. Yeah, put on some leverage and you'll get the same returns as you do in an altcoin.
Wow.
And I only trade Bitcoin, but I do trade it with leverage. So I'm able to get the same returns as I could with an altcoin. And yeah, so I've been playing this market all the way down. I sold most of my crypto at about 55K. I did think it was going to get to 75, but I started scaling out. I
Yep.
try to scale out 20% from the top. So I had the macro environment mapped out. And so I started scaling out at 55K and then sold most of the rest at about 65K. So I did get close to the
Good
top.
timing. Good timing.
Um, yeah, and that was my HODL portfolio.
Yep.
And then, because I always have a HODL portfolio, and then I also swing trade.
Yep.
And so I'm after the bigger moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really get the scalps and these little moves.
The
I
micro
get the
ones.
big
Yeah.
moves. Yeah, I get the big moves. And it's just my strategies, like my signals that I look for are swing trading signals.
Okay.
Like I use a lot of moving average crossovers, multi crossover, and then I combine that with momentum and volatility, and that helps me catch these big moves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been making money in the
You'll have to
yeah, I've been
show us
making
all
money
of
in the
this stuff very soon when we pull up the charts here, because I'm familiar with a small
yeah.
amount of trading tools, like how to use the RSI and look at the EMA
Mhm.
averaging, but I don't go as in depth as you do because I'm not a trader. But this is your job now, so I'm very interested to see what we might be able to see on the BTC chart, maybe Star Atlas, Polis, and Atlas chart as well. Well,
Oh yeah,
awesome, yeah. All
I'll
right,
share
so
my screen.
yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get on. So you say you only trade Bitcoin at the moment, right?
Yes.
Is that solely because it has the most liquidity, or
Uh,
what's the reason? What's the
that
main
is one
reason?
of that is one of the reasons, and that's actually probably the main reason because then I can track the moves better, and it's not it's not as wiki. You know what I mean?
Right,
There's more actual TA to it.
right.
And like as you see, like you don't have these crazy wicks like you do with like Atlas and Polis. They're
Yeah,
pretty liquid right now.
yeah.
They're new coins. But yeah, that's why I trade Bitcoin. And just with my position sizes and the exchanges that I use, it's easier for me to trade Bitcoin. I actually trade on one platform that is my profits are denominated in Bitcoin. So I go long and go short, and my profits are denominated in Bitcoin. And then I also trade on Bybit, which is I trade derivatives there. And so yeah, that's why I trade mostly Bitcoin.
Yeah, right. Okay. And but not even Ethereum as well, because people would say if you trade Bitcoin, you might trade Ethereum because they're come in the pair, but I guess not.
Well, no, like in the bull market, I do swing trade altcoins.
Right.
But in the bear market, not so much because I'm more focused on shorting. So there's not really I don't need to have a whole portfolio that I'm, shorting, and it's just too much.
Yeah.
So I can concentrate on Bitcoin, and I'll maximize my profits like that with a
Leverage.
lot less stress.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then when it's a bull market, I will have a hodl portfolio, and then I have a swing trading portfolio that has a lot of alts in it,
Yeah.
and I will catch the big moves there as well. In the bull market, I have a lot more on my plate because I'm trying to maximize the altcoin profits as well. But yeah, in bear markets, I just trade Bitcoin.
I think this is the difference here because you've been doing this for 7 years. You're more professional at it. Other people would start coming in and say they will muddy up the whole portfolio. They don't have a swing. They don't have a hodl. They'll just this is my account. You're actually separating all of your different facets of your portfolio to say this is what its purpose is. This is what that purpose is. So yeah, that I was just trying to say like that. There's a big difference between yourself and like the average user that comes in and loses money in the first year. But what's
Yeah.
the chart here? What are we seeing? What are we looking at the moment?
So this is Bitcoin.
Yep.
And let me see here.
The
So yeah,
BTC
this is
USD chart. Yep.
yep. And this is BTC perpetual contract on Bybit.
Yep.
So it's basically just, the spot Bitcoin chart. And yeah, so right now, I mean, what I'm seeing is, I mean, we are in an overall downtrend, and I
Yep.
do think we are going much lower.
Yep.
As you see, I mean, we've basically been breaking down out of these ranges. As soon as we broke down below 25K, came back up, couldn't get back above
Yeah. Couldn't break
25K.
it again.
That started the new downtrend. And now, I mean, we're going to have some chop.
Yeah.
As you see your BBWP right here, which this measures volatility.
Yep.
Okay. It measures volatility in the market. So when it's below its moving average, that means it's consolidating. When it's above its moving average, that means the volatility is picking up. Now it is coming up to
Coming
its
up
moving
there.
average. So it's going to cross it pretty soon. So I expect this little consolidation to be almost over.
Yep.
And then and this is only 1 hour. I would like to go to the daily because the 1 hour is just noise. I want to go to the daily. And as you see, this RSI right here, which is a momentum oscillator, it judges bullish and bearish momentum.
Yeah.
All right. And this zone right down here is the bearish control zone. All right. This means the bears are in control.
Roll. Yeah.
When you are below your signal line, it is even more bearish momentum. And when you are above your signal line, it signifies, more bullish momentum. But when you are in the bearish control zone, that means the bears have control.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Makes
here on
sense.
the daily, yeah. So here on the daily with the medium trend, we are bearish right now. I mean, and then your MACD, which is also a momentum oscillator, we are below its signal line. So what that signifies is that the bears have control right now in the medium term time frame. Now, yeah, we could get a bounce up, on the lower term time frames, but honestly, I
Yeah.
don't see us getting back above 20K.
It's short term if
Um,
we have any upside at the moment because we'll have people that want liquidity out when they reach a price. They're like, "This is it. I need to get out now," and then you just keep going downwards. Right. So awesome. So
yeah.
there's some tools you use there. I myself, I only use the RSI. I don't. And EMAs as well. I don't use much else at the moment. So you were saying that it does look like it's going down and down a bit more further. What price target would you
Yes.
put on this at the moment? I have to ask for a price target, right?
Oh yeah.
Where's
I'll
the
give you
last
the
support
macro.
resistance?
I'm Yeah, I'll give you the macro environment that I'm looking at right now. I am looking at 16K next. And then, this might hurt a lot of people, but I'm looking at 13K after that, maybe even lower, depending on the macroeconomic environment. Because as you know, a lot of stuff is going on right now.
Yep. Yep.
So it could get really ugly. Now, depending on where we are when it does get ugly, that's going to depend on whether we stop at 13K or 12K or we go even lower. I mean, possibly sub 10K. But I mean, the probability of that happening is lesser than it just going to 13K. But
Yep.
there's a lot of variables. We probably don't have time to get into it right now, but there is a lot of variables in the macro that are all pointing to 12K. And I'll show you one real quick. I'll go to my macro chart. Actually,
So you seem to be mostly like as you stated before, like a short trader. Is that would that classify you correctly? Like, I mean, you do make money in the bull market as well, but you also specialize a bit more in short trading. Is that right?
well, the short trading comes in the bear market.
Yeah,
I
true.
trade with the trend.
We are there. Yeah, you're a trend trader. Okay, no problem.
Yep. In the bull market, I don't short.
Yep.
In the bear market, I don't long.
Yeah, you don't want to
And that's
short.
just-
You don't want to short crypto in a bull market. My God, you're going to get wrecked easily with all the volatility.
Exactly. So, all right. What was that?
Oh, good. So this is Bitcoin at the moment, and you're saying your price targets, 12, 15K at the moment, and some macro factors going on there. Can we shift towards like the Polis or Atlas chart at the moment to see what that looks like? So we have Atlas USD at the moment, and we can see this giant, just price decline over a prolonged period of time since inception and since launch. Mostly probably due to the fundamentals of the token itself, a low circulating supply on initiation of the TGE of the coin, and just people in score earning rewards from their ships, and some people dumping it, some people going to buy more ships. And that's basically where a lot of the tokens are coming from. Not to mention the team has some tokens as well, and any VC investors that might have tokens. So that's the kind of fundamental token analysis side. What's the TA side? What are you seeing on here? I know what I'm seeing. You tell me what you're seeing.
Yeah. The story of Atlas is a rough one.
Yeah.
We did have a lot of alpha at first, and then it just dropped off a cliff. And ever since then, I mean, it has just continued to go down. We have not been able to get above the 50 moving average. For a while, it held us down, which is this orange line right here. I can zoom in a little bit.
Yep.
This orange line right here, this red line, that's the 50 moving average. Now, one thing I have noticed is that it's starting to try to get back up there.
Yeah,
but
I see.
you had a retest of all these moving averages right here, which
failed.
is one of my signals. And now it's continuing down and it's starting to fan out, which makes me think we could have some more downside.
Yep.
We are definitely, I mean, the bears have had control of this market for a long time. It is a rough story. Now, one thing I would say is that, I drew this channel a long time ago when we first hit here. We have this downward sloping channel. Now, one thing, if you do notice, is that it has flatlined.
Yeah.
We aren't just dropping anymore. It has flatline.
It's in an accumulation.
Believe,
yeah.
Exactly. I've seen this before with other tokens. Either it's dead or this is an accumulation zone. And I do not think the Atlas token is dead.
Yep.
There's just too much promise.
Yeah, there's a
Star
giant
Atlas
community just still waiting for a game at the moment, and like myself, like other people, like where I talk to daily, they are still super interested in this game and still buy ships. So I don't think it's dead. I believe it's in an accumulation zone.
Yes. Yep. So do I. And that's what I've seen before with other coins is it'll do this for months, if not even a year. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think, and the same thing with Polis. We can go check out Polis real quick.
And for the time frame of being a year, just so people realize, in a year's time, or like just below a year's time, is when Scream might be coming out with the showroom and Scream. So we might have some fundamental changes over that side to try and spur the token going up on this side here. But yeah, let's have a look at Polis.
And I do think that will be the catalyst.
Yeah.
Of what will begin the uptrend once again. As you see, I mean, Polis, similar story. I was telling everybody when it broke below $6, I was talking about a sub $1, and
Oh
everyone thought I
yeah.
was crazy. And here we are, down to, you know, I mean, we hit what, 36 cents, something like that at the bottom of here. I
Yep.
mean, I could go to the 1 hour and check it out. We are at Right now we're at 33,
33.
yeah, 33 cents.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, brutal.
Yeah.
Just completely brutal.
If we zoom out again to like the daily, we can also see it's kind of going through a similar accumulation pattern where it's bottoming out here.
Yep.
Mostly because people should realize that the amount of circulating Polis at the moment is the same, right? The only new Polis that's coming into the market is the Polis staking. Remember? So if you go, you stake your Polis, you get some extra Polis on the side. What are people doing with that? You're either locking it for another 5 years, whatever, 2 years, or you're selling it onto the market. And at the moment, there doesn't seem to be a giant influx of new tokens coming to the market, according to this chart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What price and what kind of target do you want to see for Polis to be breaking out of this small channel we see here, of this accumulation channel?
Okay. All right, of course. Let's see here. We'll have to do this. Now, one thing, what I would like to see is I'm going to put a fib on here, which is a Fibonacci
Yep.
extension. It is one of the tools that I use. It's pretty complex, so I really won't be able to explain it too much.
That's okay.
But it does tell you potential targets of, and
Different
especially
ranges.
big money. Yeah, big money uses Fibonacci all the time, so that's why I like to use it. Now, one thing I would like to see is us get back above the 3618, which, as you see, is up here
Local
at
top.
64 cents, this last wick high. Now, that would tell us that the trend is potentially changing.
Yep.
Because we would get back above this last high right here. And no, up here, I mean, yeah, this is what I was talking about.
Yep.
So yeah, at 64 cents. So I would like to see us get above the 3618, which is a common level. The 618, I mean, that's a major level of the Fibonacci, if not the most important one. So if we got back above that, that would signify that the trend has reversed.
Yep.
And then I would expect us to continue up from there, probably up to $1 next. And but it's all about getting above there, because I mean, as you see, I mean, we are just continuing down. We had a
Downtrend.
nice little spike up. Yeah, we had a nice little spike up, a range there for a while, but then I mean, we're taking another leg down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and if you fall below these lows at 32 cents, the next level I would be looking at would be 25 cents, because it's an even number. Well,
Right.
not an even number, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So it's like the
So yeah,
psychological barrier of 25 cents. Is that what you?
exactly.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
Is there any?
Yeah.
Can you see if there's any support at the 25 cents mark, or there hasn't been, right? Because this is the all-time lows at the moment.
Exactly. So if we zoom out,
No support.
we are right
Oh,
at the 25 cent is right around this last wick,
yeah.
maybe even 15 cents. It's hard for me to get up there. Yeah. So that was the origination price. And then you have your venture capital,
Yeah, everyone coming in.
which skyrockets it up. And
Yep.
I've seen this happen time and time again.
Especially in
Venture
Solana
capital,
tokens.
exactly. Yeah. Your venture capital skyrockets it up. Then you find your true price after
Yep.
it crashes down.
The local
Yep.
price.
And as soon as we broke $6, we were in trouble.
Yep. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people within the Star Atlas community who vehemently believe in the Atlas and Polis tokens, especially Polis. You know, there's a whole subsection of people who play the game called they're part of the Oni Consortium. They generally only own like a lot of Polis, and they want to be heavy influencers in the voting power. So it must be very difficult to see just the price of Polis just hitting all-time low, going further down. So it's really quite unfortunate there. Oh man,
You would definitely have to have some conviction.
Yeah.
Definitely have to have some conviction to hold on right now. I mean, I know I still do. all the ships I bought were at origination price.
Oh man, yeah. A lot of
Yeah,
us, same,
yeah.
same.
Yep. I mean, because I knew where I wanted to be at, within the game, and I really don't care about the ships' prices. I wanted to get the ships that I
You
wanted to
wanted
be
to
able to play the
play, yeah,
game.
and walk around it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. In the fleets that I was interested in, and that's what I built. And then I'm just letting it ride. I do believe the ships will recover eventually when,
There's a
Scream.
product. There's a giant game to play where people
Exactly.
can walk around it in VR. So
Exactly.
for information for that, people might be watching. We do have Scream coming out fairly soonish, right? They said they've locked down the distribution channel. We don't know if it's Epic Games partnership or whatever it is. We don't know yet, but they will announce it at 426, which is coming in the next couple of weeks or something. And they will be displaying the new showroom that they've built so that people can see what the progress has actually been like. That might be a small catalyst for tokens. We have to wait and find out, right? Because they might just be showing something. It's not that we're going to be able to walk in and BryBull can go and walk next to a ship and take a selfie with a ship or something. It might not be that at all.
Right.
So we actually have to wait and see what the catalysts are going to be. That might influence the price of the tokens. But until then, the bears are in control, I think, right?
Oh yeah, yes. And that is literally what it will depend completely on, is the development of the game.
Yep. All right. I think we'll leave it there, my friend. Thank you very much. If you've got do you have any small advice for anyone that might be thinking about starting trading or how to swing trade? Any small piece of advice you would give to someone?
Oh, definitely. Concentrate on education first. Don't jump in with both feet. Put your toes in the water, concentrate on education first, paper trade until you develop systems, with real signals that you've back tested over time so
Yep.
you know that they work.
Yep.
One thing I would advise people to do is, I do have a YouTube channel. I do technical analysis every single day.
Nice.
So if you'd want to tune into that, it's called Market Pros. Um, I have people that have learned a lot just by watching the videos, because I kind of explain what everything does as I go. I give you my take on the markets every single day. It might help you deal with this bear market a little bit, and, help you find accumulation zones for your long-term portfolio.
Yeah, well said, man. So anyone that might be interested, I'll leave his channel down in the link below. You can go and find him. Make sure you like and subscribe. It's pretty good TA analysis, but also remember, you have to do TA analysis with your fundamental analysis, okay? And like he said, don't put your entire net worth without back testing anything, with full emotion going in. That is the wrong thing to do. You need to totally remove emotion out of technical analysis and trading. That's my little piece of advice there. So I think we'll end it there. BryBull, thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate your time, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. All right, that's it for me. This MetaVerse Explorer, another Star Atlas interview with BryBull. Make sure you check out his channel. See you later.